Okay, so welcome, beautiful women. I am really glad that you're here this afternoon. You took a little bit of time for yourself, so feel free to munch if you need to. But this workshop is called New Year, New Insight. And the whole goal is very simple. It's to give you some clarity on colors that love you back. And so you can walk into 2026 with confidence, feeling aligned and ready. And I know you're busy, so we're going to make this quick but powerful. And think of it as an appetizer, okay? A way to whet your appetite for a closet and confidence reset for 2026. So if you've ever felt like your wardrobe or your closet doesn't reflect who you are, this is going to be for you. All right. Sharing, sharing my screen. There, can everyone see? All right, great. Okay, all right. So your first question may be, why should you listen to me? Well, I'm Lisa Gaines, and I'm a San Francisco Bay Area personal stylist and certified color consultant. I have been obsessed with fashion since I was that little girl playing dress up in my grandmother's mirror. Today, I help women show up looking their best version of themselves on purpose. Now, I don't believe in trends for trend's sake. I believe in equipping and empowering women because when you know your colors, you stop guessing and you start glowing. And I've helped everyone from educators and creatives to corporate executives to everyday women who just wanted to look like they tried, even on the days when they didn't. So today I'm giving you a peek into the framework I use with my clients. Your closet can be your best friend. Your closet is not a reflection of your potential. It's what I like to call unorganized energy. But the good news about that is that you can shift that energy. And with color analysis and a few of my expert strategies, you can transform your closet into a curated collection that works for you and not against you. Now let's start with this first insight. And listen, a lot of us get caught by this one. You shop based on what looks cute on the hanger or what's trendy that week or what's on sale. And there's nothing wrong with liking pretty things. The problem is when the pretty thing does not like you back. Now that was my client Osa. She was basically buying whole mannequins in the stores right off the floor. She looked like she'd been kidnapped by every trend that hit them all. And yet she still felt stuck, overwhelmed, and like nothing truly worked on her. So here's what we did. I gave her a color compass. I call it a compass because it's a real guide for you. And once she knew her personal palette, everything shifted. She didn't have to guess. She didn't have to hope it would look good. She knew. When you know your personal colors, shopping becomes intentional. You stop wandering aimlessly through stores. You stop wasting time and money. You zero in on what you know is right for you and bypass all the rest. You walk into a store with clarity instead of confusion, and your closet begins to make sense. Okay, insight number 2. You have clothes, but they don't go together. Your closet looks like a networking event where nobody is talking to anybody else. Anybody been in a situation like that? Well, this was the situation for my client, Sylvia. She was a very sweet woman. She hated shopping. She would just buy something because she needed something, not because it connected to anything else she already owned. So she wasn't thinking strategically. And her closet had no story, no through line, no direction. She always felt like she had nothing to wear. And I'm sure many of you have felt that way at some point. She resorted to wearing safe corporate black suits, plain tops. Her wardrobe had no energy, and she felt like she was stuck. Well, once we got her color palette in place, something really beautiful happened. She finally understood why certain things worked and why others didn't. And she gained confidence to use color strategically to her advantage. She was able to find alternatives to corporate black that made her stand out in the best possible way. So when your colors resonate with you and coordinate with each other, your wardrobe becomes a system. Mixing and matching become easy, and you start creating more outfits from fewer pieces. Yes, less can be more. So think about embracing the audacity of what more can really mean. Well, let's move on to insight number 3. This is the one we don't like to talk about. The money we've wasted on clothes that we don't actually wear. Ding dong. Am I ringing anybody's doorbell? Anybody do that? Well, Catherine is a client who fit this insight to a T. She was a brilliant educator promoting her science programs to schools and museums, but she felt like a frustrated Miss Frizzle in clothes that didn't align with the confident professional presence that she wanted to portray. She was buying quirky science-themed prints, shapeless dresses, and sensible shoes to appeal to her students, but not clothes that aligned with the professional presence she wanted so she could be taken seriously. When we worked together, I found a way to build a comfortable wardrobe that gave her the confidence to go from the classroom to the boardroom with ease. And when we did her color analysis and her style compass, everything shifted for her. She finally felt like she could invest in clothes with confidence. When you know who you are and how you want to show up, you achieve an almost magnetic alignment. It's incredible. When your clothes and your colors are right, you stop buying the wrong things, you save money, and you stop collecting pieces that are almost right. Every purchase becomes a smart one. Insight number 4, getting dressed fatigue. Have you ever heard of this? It's a real thing. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You start in the morning standing in front of your closet. You try on things, you take them off, you throw them on the bed. You end up with a pile of clothes that have to be replenished in your closet. And suddenly you're exhausted before you've even brushed your teeth. That was Marcella. Every morning felt like a battle. She wore the same dark pantsuits because she was scared of getting it wrong. It became her wardrobe. But once we did her colors, she lit up. She discovered softer, richer alternatives to black that made her look polished, powerful, and alive. And it impacted her business. Her business started to grow in what she was doing. When your wardrobe is full of colors that flatter you, instantly getting dressed becomes effortless. Your clothing starts doing the heavy lifting for you, and people relate to you differently because you show up differently. You are seen differently. And finally, insight number 5. This is the emotional one. Your wardrobe doesn't reflect you anymore. You're wearing what's safe, what's easy, but not what expresses your personality. You want people to see you, not just your clothes. That was my client, Nicole. She is a dancer, a video editor, a creative, full of life, and her closet was nothing but black leggings, sports bras, and hoodies. She wanted her closet to have color, and she wanted creative expression in her style. She just didn't know where to start. So we worked together to build her custom rainbow based on her hair, her skin, her eyes, and her personality. And she was transformed. She became excited about getting dressed again, and expressing herself in an authentic way. And that's what we all want, to be seen for who we are, to show up who we are, but resonate that on the outside so people truly see us. And that's what color analysis does. It aligns who you are on the inside with what people see on the outside. You feel authentic, you feel powerful, you feel beautiful without having to try so hard. So take a minute to picture this. You wake up every morning and you walk into a closet that is full of clothes that look amazing on you. Everything mixes and matches effortlessly, and you feel confident every time you get dressed. Now, that's not a fantasy. That can actually be true. This is what happens when you know your colors and you know your essence. So, are you ready to stop the chaos and start loving your closet? What we discovered through these insights that I shared is just the beginning. This is the doorway that you can choose to walk through to set yourself up for success in 2026, whatever that means for you. What do you want next year? More uncertainty and hiding, or do you want to show up and shine? But color analysis is deeply personal. Your hair, your skin, your eyes, your undertones, contrast level, it all matters. When we work together one-on-one, we will co-create your custom palette, and I will teach you how to use it so you stop wasting money and start building a wardrobe that you love, full of colors that love you back. So if you're ready for the next step, or just even curious, I invite you to schedule your free discovery chat with me. It's quick, it's fun, and I promise you, you'll walk away with more clarity, even from that first call. And you'll see the QR code there on the screen, and I will pop it into chat. I can get back to my chat. There we go. Okay, and now I think we have a few minutes for Q&A. If any of you have any questions, I don't see any in the chat. Do any of you have a question you would like to ask?
Lori's raising her hand.
Okay, there we are. Hi, Lori. What is your
Hi.
question?
Okay, I don't know if I just have um, a question that has always bothered me in the past, but how does this differ from regular traditional seasonal color analysis?
I use seasonal color analysis, so I tie in your seasonal essence to your color palette as well. So it's not just about your colors, it's also about who you are. And we work together to really see you and build your color palette to not only reflect your personal colors, but also your essence, whether you have summer qualities, soft colors, or whether you have winter qualities where you need a certain colors and fabrics and styles to
Right.
reflect that. So it's a whole thing, and we can talk about that more in a discovery chat.
Thank you.
Glenda, any questions? Okay. All right.
No, not right now. I think for me, at one point, I work with weekenders. So there was the whole module and the colors and I think for me, I'm retired and I work in a hospital. So
Mm-hmm.
basically I wear scrubs and a scrub top and yoga pants. So, but I still have all of my clothes so that if there was a job opportunity, I could go and work in the office because I still have my wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for me, even with day to day, not wearing scrubs and yoga pants, what my color palette would be.
Yeah, that I mean that would help you just in your day-to-day job working at the hospital, having scrubs that really make you shine. You know, people see you and it all resonates with you. That's the whole point. We want to mirror what's already true about you, and that's what we do when we work together. I really look at you. I learn about you, and we create the color palette that resonates with how you are on the outside, your hair color, your eyes, your skin, but also for your off work clothing, things
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
really you feel comfortable in, you feel prepared for any situation.
Okay.
Also reflecting on your silhouette, you know, which fabrics, all that, and those are things that we can work on together.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm. All right.
How does personality factor into it?
Well, your personality, you may be a bubbly type of person who needs clothing that reflect that. You're not going to wear heavy, dark colors because there's going to be a disconnect. So it's all about aligning all aspects of you. Your essence is how you show up, how people, if you're a person that walks in a room and you light up the room, you're a people person, people are drawn to you automatically. Your clothing needs to reflect that. You need to be approachable and not closed off. And the beauty of knowing strategically how to use your colors is when you want to be in a situation where you have your expertise showing, but you also want to be relatable, you choose colors that are going to allow that to happen. If you show up wearing all black and closing yourself off, that kind of puts a barrier. So you want to be able to know, okay, I'm showing up to do a presentation today. I want to show up relatable, but I also want to be credible. And there's ways to do that so that you're in control of every situation you're in. Did that answer your question, Karan?
Yes.
Okay. Any others?
I don't really have a question. I just have a comment. I thought this was really good. I think you did a fantastic job, and I'm really
Thank you.
interested, and I already signed up.
All right. Thank you very much. I will
Because
definitely.
I am like every single person that you mentioned. I'm that person. So I cover all spectrums.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of us have had that experience walking in your closet and like, what do I wear? But when you have your closet and you know everything in there is right, it becomes so much easier to just and you become creative. Like, oh, I could do this. Like I used to do when I was, you know, a little girl, just pulling things and trying things differently and being creative.
Mhm.
All right, then, ladies, I do appreciate your time. I hope that you will share this experience. And like I said, I will be sending the recording to everyone who is here today, and eventually it will be posted on YouTube.
Okay, I like that.
I look forward to hearing from all of you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Have a good day and happy holidays.
Thank you. You
Happy
too.
holidays.
All right.
Happy holidays.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Lisa.